Hey, what's up, guys? It's Barn on 11970. I thought I'd make one more video before I start my day, and this is from a comment that I saw on another person's channel that I just thought really puts things in proper perspective. So, I want you guys to tell me, which do you think would be worth more? Let's say you had a grandmother or grandfather who passed away in, let's say, the early 1930s, and for some reason they left $10,000 in their mattress that you end up finding today. Now, which of the three do you think would have the most value? If you found $10,000 in fiat money, $10,000 in silver coins, or $10,000 in gold coins, which do you think would have the most value? Now, it might be a toss-up between the silver coins and the gold coins, but no one will pick the fiat currency. So I really think that might put things in a little bit better perspective, because I see so many people now, people are saying things like cash is king, and then people were saying that in the Great Depression, people were buying things with cash, which they were, but people have to understand that back then the dollar had value because it was backed by gold. And I made another comment in a video a couple of days ago that it was a long video, so people may not have seen this. But if there's so much gold in the world, is there a reason why we're not on a gold standard? Because if you ask people about the fact that why don't we put ourselves back on the gold standard, well, we always get the answer of, well, there's not enough gold to be able to back up a currency. So how can there be too much of it? So I'm going to make this video quick because I have to get ready to go to work. But I understand people are frustrated. People want these changes right away. It's just not going to happen in a manipulated market. If you could find some other way to invest your money for your future that will protect yourself in a potential collapse scenario, I'm there to listen. I'm not one of those people that gets gold and silver because I think, I just don't want to invest in any other way. I think it's the safest way, especially in a collapse scenario or a hyperinflation. Now, just because we haven't had one yet doesn't mean it can't happen. And I know people are saying, well, we've been hearing it over and over again. Well, if anybody out there has a crystal ball and can determine the exact date of when something happens, well, please let me know. I mean, if we all learned about, prophecies and people supposedly knowing things, I mean, look how many thousands of people, if not more, thought December 21st, 2012 was the end of the world. How did that work out? So, with that being said, I really feel in my gut, and I trust my instincts, that physical gold and silver is the right way to go. And I know there are plenty of people that agree with me. If I was the only person on the planet that thought gold and silver was going to be something worthwhile, then pretty much I would be a fool to have it. So for people out there, if you find, you can explain to me if there's a collapse scenario where the dollar becomes potentially worthless or keeps losing value as it has been doing, because the dollar is not exactly at an all-time high these days. So people are talking about how silver is dropping. How's the U.S. dollar doing? It's like I said, it's not exactly at the highs. And a good thing to invest in would be oil as well, but I don't know how many people can store gallons of or barrels of oil in their backyard. So, we have to keep things in perspective. Property is potentially good, but you have to pay taxes on it. You can't move it around, and property values can go down. So when you talk about something that is easily movable, easily transferable, it's something that you could put away. So I don't want to hear about confiscations because, what if you bought it to give it to somebody? What if it got stolen? What if you sold it? How are they supposed to know that just because you bought it maybe 5, 10 years ago, or even last week, that you bought it for yourself or you still have it? You buy a property, it's kind of hard to hide it. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the comments for you guys to leave, and you let me know, what do you think's better? If you had a grandparent that left you $10,000 in a mattress when they died in the 1930s and you found it today, what would you rather have? $10,000 in $1 bills, or $10,000 in silver, or 10,000 in gold? I guarantee you the majority of people would rather have the gold and silver because it will be worth a hell of a lot more than the original 10,000 that was placed there back in the 1930s. If you have the $10,000 in cash, guess what? You still only have $10,000. You had $10,000 in silver, guess what? Even with the lower price now of 29 and change, you have a lot more than $10,000. So if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what else to say. So keep stacking if you're stacking. For those who really like gold and silver for what it can protect you for in the future, don't worry about these little dips. I mean, they happen. There's nothing more I can say. Thanks for watching. Peace.